that are starting first.
They have focused heavily towards that C side. They're getting into sight right away here to try and beat G2 at their own game. Smokes go pretty much alone here. Goes for one fight, gets tagged pretty hard there, and now it's just going to be the swings from the rest of the team. But the lurk behind could pincer G2 just in time.
But then there's a double far. The smokes, the fault line slows the triple flank, and now it's a triple flank back from G2's side.
The ring around the rosy continues. G2's going to be in position. They're looking, and all they see is Jonah P. How can it be? But EU finds 3 off on the wing, and Cryo closes out the round.
See how 100 Thieves going to react to it, and they do so on the defensive side with this triple push.
It's very passive except for this push. And if they can't protect each other, nobody's pushing. And this 3-ball here is going to be able to do enough damage.
They have now is that Vandal. The walls are being used from Cryo as well. Gives a chance for G2 to walk back, holding that wall so they could double swing and take down Cryo. Missing each other towards the ceiling, but end of the day, it gives more time here for Trent to get those salvos back up in the post plant.
Oh, just off. It does take the headshot through as Boostio and EU come up strong on this one. Trent and the stinger. Trent and a stinger.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be again.
Salvos are up.
He throws them out. Half is already there. It's going to be the push from Boostio here. They're both very low at health. And Trent's going to get the clutch. When does... Who's going to jump in first? It's going to be Xander actually up top. He's going to TP actually to the other box towards shore. Is it enough for him? No,
nope.
They can't get in. Valorant and Jogamo just racking up the ult points. EU does have an ult on the side of 100 Thieves, which is going to help here if they do get back into their buy round to stave some things off. But overall, the cleanup is Cosmic. All right. Oh, right off the bat, off the rip, they get Jonah P. The initiator utilities down. Asuna is going to be on top of the situation as Jogamo tries to get the swing. And these are the pushes you were mentioning here, Vans. These extremity lurks all right at the beginning of the round. G2 is not expecting.
It's actually on the side of 100 Thieves, yeah. With EU, the way that he's popped off
The map, it creates a bit of a one-way for a second, so he can see the feet. And Asuna is going to be able to make that call. Cryo shuts down Leaf to get into sight. And this is just trying to find the numbers here as the clock ticks down. 10 seconds left. Trent, there's just going to be too many this time. 100
see here, this creep towards this A side.
Mid control's been favor here the past few rounds. Lee's gonna find one, but the swing's gonna be there. Actually keeps the crosshair perfectly placed for another frag.
So we do have 2 ults available for the attack side, and feels like they want to tempo up fairly quickly.
They're reading it, and they play right into it. G2's very happy to actually still gets it. He knows that somebody was gonna be playing outside the site. They're trying to watch the body to get back in. That's gonna be a kill coming down on the Leaf still has to try and push through to give the time over to Trent as he's going to plant towards A. He has to make sure Trent's plant is safe, but now they don't know. Trent can buy only a bit of time here. Didn't see. No way he tries to go.
1 enemy remaining.
2 seconds left.
Almost
EU's running away.
They know. They know, but the angle almost was not there in time. Jogamo, one away from dimensional drift here is Trent. Wants to open up the site for the team on the left side. Do they take this? They're gonna have to focus it. This is really just to displace the team that's in A for now. They know they're not gonna get too many kills on it, but 100 Thieves is staying right in the site, ready to fight. Valen forced back through, gets down EU as he tries to jump in. And yeah, they should have pretty good looks coming in from the side of 100 Thieves, but Trent's going to be able to be the...
There's a stack somewhere, and he sees 2 of them.
Oh, he gets behind. Still, Austin is going to be able to find it as the Rolling Thunder comes flying through in the eyes of Valen, trying to find one more. Jonah P is going to get another one in the crossfires. Valen through the smoke absolutely drops 100 Thieves. Trent with the... He may alert 100 Thieves to a little bit of a play towards mid, but they're still trying to get this commit towards A. The drone kind of keeping 3 focused on the smoke as Valen and the team are hitting C right now. And they have absolute...
Are we going to re-clear here, and they do so with the drone.
So well played. Valen starting us off on the round again. Given the smokes, given the angles and the first bloods. as this push has to happen, but they still can't even come up with a combo kill on that. 100 Thieves are having a bit of trouble getting this successfully tagged down on the members of G2, and G2 again runs. He moves in and out with the spike, a pretty scary spot. This is, Jogamo has the same job as they did the other round when they worked over towards C and they took Boostio down, Valen did rather. So they're kind of rinsing and repeating with a slight variation to this play, and now they'll go A once again. Oh. Cryo with one, but again, the one and done. It seems like all 100 Thieves is able to get here against G2.
And Xander's 20 HP. Best thing he can get here is a weapon if he wins that against Leaf.
Stinger.
Last player standing.
Still good for one, but Jonah P.
Thrown up towards the A side, but you still always have this flash towards middle. So they could always find like that information towards that point.
100 Thieves continue to lose the first one and then cannot convert the 4v5. Who will do it again? Valen with another first blood, but he gets traded out. And now they even up the numbers a little sooner on the round. Will it be enough as the hit continues still towards A? Cryo says yes. EU rings true with another shot onto Jonah P here as the kill contract. Who's gonna sign off on this one? And it is gonna be Leaf. Cryo is not having a day inside that, but EU with 4 capitalizes on the round.
Just regular util, try to get a TP into sight and get some upper hand and maybe play within towards the end here for 100 Thieves.
Jogamo answers a ghost out of garage. They're gonna try to take that mid space right away, and it's 100 Thieves is gonna have to push forward now. They realize they've lost what's behind. Yes, they do. They're going AC side with, like you said, the TP in sight. Xander's high on the bookshelf, just on that left side. G2's gonna set up, give themselves protocol with this time.
They just know.
Oh, distraction, chaos. Crosshairs being broken, but really it's just the ankles of 100 Thieves as they try to get through. G2's tied their shoes together, and it's gonna be another pistol round for G2.
Yeah, G2 ties their shoes.
You don't see that on 100 Thieves side, so they couldn't really stop the B plants, but you have a bit of util to start it off and delay. And they again have to push forward here. They want to get all this aggression. Relay bolt only stuns a few as G2 quickly tear down the stingers of 100 Thieves to make sure they can secure a second round. Whoop, whip, whoop, util. Util running, jumping. Jogamo gets the drive-by, gets that one. He says thank you.
They have a stun out and ready for Trent so they could stop the push, move it in.
That's one kill from Asuna. Oh, they're just looking at each other, taking Polaroids before the fight. It's going to be enough. The Stinger clip isn't there, but the Ghost isn't. Trent stays. He's going to dodge one, and he can't get it almost decisively. 2 headshots. He thinks Xander. Oh, they split. And it doesn't matter. Boostio splits Leaf between the eyes with that sure shot. And now the 2v2 and alert to Valen on the flank. Vans, this is gonna be tight. Xander's got low health. Boostio's gonna go down right away. Xander with just the Stinger. Will he be able to close the distance on one just so he can play towards the other? He sticks between them. I mean, pushing towards one's gonna put you further away on either play. And yeah, it's gonna be too tough. Valen comes around the corner. It was a little too tall of a task, and that's gonna be the bonus round goal.
This time stacks on the C side on the previous round worked out perfectly. But now in round number 16, it's a different setup on the defense and a push down towards the window that surprises them.
Quick trade, though, on that situation. It's going to speed things up as you see the rotations coming now from the defense. A little bit more forward to the site. Xander just on the other side, and he gets insta-smoked by Valen. What are these plays coming from the IGL here on the first map? Jogamo on the trade. All the members of G2 still doing what they need to make sure the site can...
Get to this one, though, so let's see what happens now. A 1v1 isolating towards the grass.
Ooh, tough, actually, almost got modeled there for a second. Pulls back in with the wide swing. He's gonna have a hot foot here, and they know where he's coming from. I'm gonna say, like, get a count on Trent.
So Jogmo's position with this op, he could maybe start walking down and be the backstabber into the hit of the C site.
That combo. G2 are looking...
No choice now for 100 Thieves sides to commit to this.
Oh, that's EU stuck. Easy check. And another one. They're all actually set up for util here. The timing is very abrupt as G2 try to scream on through. One last one onto Boostio, who's still trying to get that lurk. The shot from Valen. Who else would it be?
So that you pull the rotate away from B. Xander's stuck alone inside the B site.
You got the safety, but how safe is it? The team drops in. They waterfall off the heaven to give each other the support that they need. This is exactly how you need to retaliate. Just Jogamo and Trent left alive, and the two that you would honestly want in this position.
Information under third as Bustio dropped.
They're trying to create a crossfire between the backside of the column. That's one. It's going to be Trent now in the clutch. One right click. He could have it again. It's just going to be the flick. It's just going to be the flick. He jumps. He locks it. Cryo delivers the same medicine. And Bustio already starting to get out of his chair there. Trying to answer back at the Valorant IGL jumps that we had from last game. Asuna with the stinger in mid. The leaf lurk they're using. They have to stick together with just these classics. One for Cryo, drops to safety to play his life. Already, you have the run over in now from Asuna to play safety from stairs.
You need this type of activation coming out from a player like Cryo. Somebody who, on one half, on one map, could just turn it in favor of 100 Thieves. And in this moment, we need him to activate so we can push the map to Pearl. And it does so with a nice little 3K of flawless.
Look at the access now that 100 Thieves knows they have, and they can just lock down towards this A side. Oh, and the spams come through. Easily done behind the guise of the smoke, and they haven't taken any damage on the side of 100 Thieves to set up a win for this bonus round. Ooh, good vision caught though. He saw how many people were at that A main position. The lurk's already starting to come around. Asuna drops Jogamo as G.
Trying to wait out the clock for sure. They should be pitching in against G2.
There it is.
They already had all that information.
0 on the scoreboard. Already has the res to bring up here, and he's going to get challenged towards heaven. He's 10-0 as he gets finally taken down by the dog. Still shots towards heaven. Whoa, Leaf just kind of hopped in there sideways without any protection for a moment. They're going to lose him as Jogamo has to do a little bit of repair on that play. Once again, he's very close to getting another kill, but Asuna just drives the barrel right through Jogamo as Trent falls as well. They look for Jonah P. 2 bullets left. He's going to have a tough win on this as Asuna and team blood in the... think mid's being played for a moment here, and yeah, you're right on the dimensional drift. It's going to start accessing the site as drone goes down towards the bottom. There's 2 on screens, just straight up peeking a lobby. All right, into the site. That Bustio firing just to the left and right, drawing a perfect picture of Jogamo on the wall, apparently.
But here's the res from Cryo, and that's going to be on Asuna.
Can they protect it?
Showstopper's back.
Oh, the answer is no to that question. Jogamo's looking beautiful on this round. A possible ace in his eyes. If you can find 2 more, Trent should get the side of Xander here. That's a quick shot, and they are just all over. And too much of that for 100 Thieves to even process where they could be.
Big round there for Jogamo. Indeed, you just mentioned that double swing coming out from screens. Somehow still punish Leaf.
Yeah.
Maybe the smoke was a little bit too late, or they just ran out the smoke for the side of 100 Thieves, and that could have been something that, again, could have snowballed here for the side of 100 Thieves on their defensive side, but thankfully for Crossfire towards B main. G2 just has to reset and play the mid round, waiting for the salvos to come back up, potentially use the Armageddon.
100 Thieves are so much more proactive here than they were on Haven. Pushing those sides to take the fights a little earlier. Cryo's in such a scary spot, but they're trying to push in here with the other side of Asuna getting caught up on the rope for a moment, and they both get taken down. As the smoke goes down, so do they. EU, another one where they drop in without a protection for each other, and he takes advantage of it. Almost another one, but a little too high on Valen there as he tries to readjust and Bustio.
3 players of G2. They just had to land their shots. It's not the Showstopper was going to do so much damage.
The trade, a little bit more focus for 100 Thieves on that vent so they can rotate back and forth. G2's been so quick on these instances. Talking about quick, Bustio.
Well, Armageddon could be used out now on the defensive side from EU. Star 2 on top of that. And Jogamo loses that fight to Asuna. The Hail Mary now to split into the B site.
Heady play. The draw right in front of B main stops G2 from getting in. Xander's ready for that play as well off of his own stars. And almost a shot. Trent's though very ready here as him and Jonah are looking to both get this peek up top. Nice delay coming in. Just a few seconds to get the spike plant down. They are going to be able to get this, but it has to stick now.
Jonah has Rolling Thunder now on a 2v1 for G2.
Ooh, Trent on the from the shadows there. And now they're kind of pinned in here to A, and 100 Thieves have made a very fast rotation, but Asuna was not ready for Jog in mid. Coming through, G2 lead pushed up so far again. The flash comes through over the shoulder. And Xander answers back though. They've been able to collect a few. He is still pinched in this position. Valen just limping to the left, trying to draw the fight. He knows it's there. The jump to stay alive.
It's across, Stingers trying to go for a trap play behind this drone, and it spots nobody.
Oh, he had the shorty when he hopped up there, thinking the hell from Jonah P was in. So just tiny mistakes being tagged on by 100 Thieves, but I think G2 is still in a pretty good position here with the weaponry. Rolling Thunder? Just past EU, they're able to get through this one. No, it actually hits! He was stunned too! Oh no! Fumbled a little bit on this one. Trent now within the smokes, easily able to take down Boostio, and yes, they went for it, fans.
It hit a few, but the clone being thrown by Jogging with a TP away just allows Trent to just reset a bit, set the crosshair in, go for that kill. Xander now tests it towards the B site, but now 2 players inching in.
Last player standing.
Doesn't know the TP came through. I mean, with 100 Thieves Sage there, G2 have flipped the way that they're doing this. Yes, they still have Leaf lurking, but they are finding some creative ways to get through these rounds. Okay. Okay.
That's going to be aggressively towards the safe site.
Armageddon Boostio doesn't have very much more to stand in right now. That is a safe spot as Asuna takes down Jog. Still a lot of chaos in sight as they fire through the smokes, but you can see all the members still towards A main now. It's only Jog that's been lost, and Asuna. Oh, full P? That slows behind them. Oh, the timing. It just seems like G2 has all the timing on this split matchup so far. Boostio! Boostio with 3! In this round, I should say.
They gave it up when they had an opportunity to punish Xander. Also, the lurk coming through from Jonah P towards middle saw.
Hello.
Oh, no. Okay, all of this happening off camera, but I was going to mention that you have the showstopper that was spotted crossing over into middle, so they avoided that spot, waited down towards mid, and somehow got all the punishes onto 100 Thieves walking out. This should be a guaranteed round unless Xander goes nuclear.
He has to. Can he have a moment again? Stunned up. Oh, the shot just to the right of Jogamo as they beautifully play off that util. And now it's Boostio again. Like you said, been playing the fault lines from across the map. Isn't necessarily there for the trade.
And they definitely saw the wall on middle, so a similar 2-1-2 setup coming out for the defense, but Cryo still wins that fight against Jogamo.
Cryo's no step.
And it's a good spot that you mentioned. This hasn't really been checked or played at all by 100 Thieves. But now, as they lose B Heaven with Asuna falling, Cryo was going to be out in the open if G2 commits towards his B site.
They're wondering if they should rotate. Here comes EU now, trying to get himself over Cryo with another one. Oh, nice pit.
Oh,
30 seconds left. Spike
perfectly played.
One
Oh,
enemy
Jonah B
remaining.
still trades the shot, but it's enough for the teamwork as Leaf locks that one down. The 2v1 here as Leaf searches around. His smoke's about to go out. The jig is up. Oh, they stay hiding. That's beautiful. Boostio jumps around the corner with Xander. They get the kill. They get the 6-6 first half. And honestly, on a broken by round, well, they're able to tie it. Second guessing, the fault line comes across perfectly as Valen actually is going to have a spot to hide for the moment. As it's going to be a full new box side here from 100 Thieves. They try to come around. Salvos would cook whoever is in that spot. And I'd say Valen doing a great job at staying alive, preventing that spike from going down so far. And now 100 Thieves, just a single man up.
Spike planted.
Details there, that's necessary. Oh, he times it perfectly. Baited into the smoke that was going to fall. And now it's Trent. Is this too much to ask? As both members, all three I should say, of 100 Thieves are staying hidden until the last moment. Asuna gets that one, gets a few points towards the... Be dangerous. Looks like Jog actually got out of that situation after going very low from a spam, so they have to stop. And now it falls apart as Heaven Control is there for 100 Thieves. The shorty does not connect. Valen looks to toy here with Cryo, but it's only going to last so long as they continue to wipe out the rest of the members of G2. Just a stiff win to take out Jogamo here behind the wall.
It's 2 rounds that are very much needed here on the side of 100 Thieves. And it's a nice little wall you see that was being placed up by Cryo. It goes through it, it covers up towards the vents. You don't have to be out in the open to place it down.
Options on this. A great fault line actually hitting 3. Does Asuna know that he's alone in this situation? And that's going to change the entire dynamic of this play. From this location, they have so many ways to affect the map from their positions, and they're even starting to lean over more as G2 have a full read, but it doesn't matter. The shots are what counts, and 100 Thieves come up with 3 very fast kills.
Just beautiful read by Xander. 2 players left committing to it for now.
Just toying with them.
Last player standing.
Trent again. Triple take from 100 Thieves. They're getting the space they want here. There's that wall you were talking about before, safely placed, but that's hidden from Jonah P. Actually gets the stinger frag to start.
That's a first huge kill, and if you're looking on the side of G2, they have a hero rifle on the side of Trent. And with this wall up towards Heaven, again, it's back into the scenario where 100 Thieves have to fight for Heaven or also have to connect into the A site unless they wait for the wall to break.
You will not kill my ally.
Oh, it was perfect. Gets out just in time. Nicely done. His EU knows that Jogamo is going to be trying to come around. Do they go through their own wall? I want to see it. Just destroy the wall and run B. They're gonna waterfall into sight, and it could be a problem. Trent starts them off right. But Xander answers. They're trying to creep up so they can get the double swing out of smoke, but it's not gonna be enough. I think
thinking back towards that spawn still, though.
And just 3 rounds away.
Oh,
the trade
God.
back from Asuna. That's gonna be the ultimate.
To that off, it'll get droned out.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned last
Not
round.
being droned out. Easy kill.
They went down low with it. He takes that window. And actually opens up Cryo with the operator on it. Cosmic Divide is going to give him a second thought here on how he wants to get the peek in. So he's going to have to wait, but he still kneecaps EU to take him down. The post plan's gone for 100 Thieves. The pre-plan's gone as the spike just goes down. They don't have much more to work with. Oh, Boostio answers how to leave. This is crazy! Jogamo with a quick scope onto Xander. No scope, honestly. Trent gets one down as well. And that is one that
definitely assists Trent to hold up the A site.
Who knows he's gonna be there? Oh, there's 2. One in discipline and one behind the wall. They just don't expect it. Jogamo somehow gets 2 with the
Doubles up.
Gets through a nice fault line. Leaf tries to jump around the corner, looking up to the top. Yes, right back to it. The smoke's gonna come out in just a second for Valen here. He's gonna try to throw that down and get this sorted out for himself. He's gonna have to stick on it at this point. He has it if he can stick it, but it's not gonna be enough. EU jumps into the... See, can they get Leaf around? Is there an orb for him? Is there something, maybe even a plant? They can get his pit to deny things. And there it is. Oh, he wants it, but there's not gonna be enough time. He still goes for the fight with Jonah P just over his shoulder. EU, the sliver shots coming from both players as the concuss goes in, and it's not going to be enough. Leaf sidesteps, and G2 grab it.
They're trying to do a 100 Thieves stinger, but they decide otherwise. Only 1 buy for Osno instead. Fast pivot on the top of the site.
Oh, God.
Bye-bye.
No. Oh. Not a lot looking great right here. They're gonna have to waterfall into sight into just about every single member here, and they're saying pull. The 100 Thieves members jump and they fall. I feel like this fault line could hit Cryo and Asuna the moment they're seen.
It's not ready though.
Yeah, they don't need it, apparently.
Yeah, Lee just goes down and gets the big falls back. But Cryo just lurked through. Yeah, they're losing players in the process, but Cryo could have a good position here.
Through the smoke. Does he choose right? Oh, they just saw him leave! He was switching weapons, but he sees it out of the...
In the next round, Cryo, Boostio, Asuna will have to go back into a half buy. And building that doesn't really do G2. Try to get the round back into your favor and put yourself on that point.
It may not be a full buy, but this is what 100 Thieves tried to put together before with Asuna coming out of Heaven. Can they still attack from the buy? Says Dimensional Drift. I feel like it's akin to a Seekers this late in the round. He just wants to figure out what's going on as Valen takes down 1. Xander does find a few off of the concuss there as they make their way into sight. And wait a minute, they've turned this round on its head.
18 seconds left though, and oh, 1 pick through the smoke.
14 to plant. Got to get into position.
seconds
Multiple flashes coming through. No real help can be given just yet as they are seeing him coming away from the spawn area. If the trades aren't there, there's the 2. Trent's going to get the 1-2, almost collat on that. And a defuse comes through as well as G2 tie up split.
Valen has been a nuisance to 100 Thieves.
The trigger. All right. The Armageddon is obviously going to push Jogamo out, but what's his safety? Where's the play going to go here? Just makes it out. Almost a quick shot too, and G2 are dropping 100 Thieves left and right. They knew exactly where to shoot and exactly where to look. It's been round after round they have this positioning.
And 100 Thieves saving this last Vandal onto
10
Xander.
seconds left.
That's all he has. He just got spotted, I think, by Valen, who's closing that gap. The weapon's not even saved. G from 100 Thieves.
They've avoided the operator. Showstopper is going to start doing just that. Trent wants to run in, and that's going to be the first kill around here. The 5v4 in favor of 100 Thieves to keep it alive, to keep it going into overtime. Jogamo is going to push himself into 3 here, and they are all deadly ready for this situation. But is it ready for Jogamo? They muzzle him for a moment, but is it long enough? The rest of the team continues to come through from G2. Valen limping in with the rest of the squad here. A great setup by 100 Thieves, all pushed up to the front side of the site. Leaf with 2! A third, no. Asuna with the shorty is going to be able to answer, going to be able to capitalize as Cryo ends the round. And now drawn. That's been amazing for the team if they can get this in their favor a little bit more with the first frag. There it is.
Heard the TP cross over towards the back of the site though, so Jogamo cannot commit into the TP towards B. The main fight is B heaven.
EU steps forward. Xander's there as well. Oh my gosh. 100 feet. There for delay or there for a hit? It looks like a hit. Oh, they get hit back. That's going to be Trent actually dislodged from the team as EU takes him down. They were not on the same W timing as the fault line had to come out from Jonah P first.
Jonah's out in the open, 39 HP. Big flash.
Can't turn it. Team's not there to help as well as Jogamo's just behind. Attacking from the top side. It's just Jogamo to try and get in from the bottom. No util for them really to use on this take. Asuna starts him off right. Xander with another one, and that's going to be the round.
And using a distance to his advantage so he can escape scot-free, but walks into the smoke.
Oh, gets a haunt right in his face, immediately, or rather a prowler. Off the bat, Trent gets traded out as a quick kill goes back and forth. Aggression from G2 extends into spawn already. And there's a little fight between the wall here as both of them can't get a clean shot off, but Asuna wins the fight.
Good news for 100 Thieves, Trent is down. No salvos for the post plan, but they are doubling up for G2 in the back of the B site. Jonah P also separate because he's expecting some sort of flank because they've lost that vice wall.
Okay, nice seize into that damage as well. Jogamo had no chance with the util use getting back in. And now they swing. Asuna only 4 HP. This is going to be tough. A nice job by G2 to sort themselves out and be able to really figure out how the crossfire is going to work with 100 Thieves. Retake about this.
There's Jogman with the ghost starting to move forward towards the spawn too, so Leaf is going to find all the information first. And that gives a chance now for Jogman to move forward.
Oh, this is big for Jog. Now he gets the free peek. Oh, they take him out right away. Leaf's going to get 3 though, as they're just going back and forth. Oh, is he going to make it? There he goes. There he goes. Head this.
Right now, all 5 players still alive for G2. Salvo's coming up soon.
Where's the util? It's the question. It's got to be all bodies here, it seems, from 100 Thieves as they start trading off each other, and it is seemingly working. Yes, Asuna tags on the last frag over to Trent, and they get that hit.
So they know the game plan again. I mean, everybody knows the game plan of Trent trying to stay alive with the salvos, and good on Asuna to punish that right away. Good on Asuna to punish again.
They look a little of the map. Oh man, just on the other side. Oh, the change in elevation catches Cryo off guard there, and he can't get the crosshair leveled out. Wow. Jonah's going to answer back onto Boostio, but not before he...
Right now, I feel like you're baiting for Jonah P and Leaf. The position from Trent is not playing on the top of the B side, he's playing backside instead. Ooh. Denied once again.
The sidestep from Asuna, EU, it's enough from him as well, but Leaf still alive, finds one, back into the smoke, knows the defuse, it has to be stopped on this, finds a second one. Cryo beautifully playing the anti-flash, but it's not going to be enough. He knew it was happening, and it's still too much from G2 as they push through on 100 Thieves low.
Out from Cryo. A position to avoid the salvos, almost getting that pick as soon as Jogamo comes out of the TP. Jogamo.
See them all hopping out of sight really fast, but you still have Asuna present, trying to get the fight and trying to be the forefront of this hit as Armageddon goes right across the feet of 100 Thieves. So does Leaf and Jogamo. And this could be EU trying to get back into the site now. It's a 3v4, but it's an operator for Cryo, so they have to be very careful about the fights they're choosing. They've stopped G2 for now.
They don't know that he's posted up behind the shed, though, at a default spot.
No, they
so
don't.
Still has the whole angle, well, now with the Yoru clone coming out. The Leaf switches out here to the Phantom. Beautiful shot onto Leaf.
Inside the salvo as well, getting the dimensional drift here, and they start to source the rest of the players right on me.
Left.
Just shoot through me is basically the call right now for Cryo as he figures it out. Oh, he pulls a made you look situation.
B2 out towards the B main where Cryo's currently waiting with the op.
There it is. This push-up you talked about from the other round coming out of that timeout that Zix had, they are taking more space, which is also denying that quickly to G2. All right, Jogamo's got space. They don't know where he's actually gotten to with this dimensional drift. Could be a little bit sketchy, and he still wants to push, playing just on the doorstep of this Cosmic Divide. Sees one who expects the Jogamo right up in your face.
Kills him and TP's out too. Nullifies the ult, but here comes a defensive Cosmic Divide.
Oh, Judge laying down the verdict. Asuna comes through strong. The operator's there. Cryo in a very tough spot to make this work. And it is going to be one shot for him. Goes for the close Judge, but I think he's got a rifle now after the situation is sorted. Leaf 1, Leaf 2, almost gets the reset, but it's going to be Zim.
These, as a matter of fact. Oh.
The melee out. Leaf sits Asuna down in the lawn chair. They said, here's a drink. Have this for the round. Then they move through art. This is the kind of stuff 100 Thieves cannot have happen. And they start to trade back, knowing that it's getting a little dire here as fast as they just lost Asuna. The great trades, great backup, nice play behind the site. And it's going to be enough for 100 Thieves. Cryo and
Want to pivot into middle in the mid-round.
playing off the dismiss. Throws down the channel. Asuna, oh, dip, ducks, and
So they're committed towards an A-site hit.
Boostio in a tricky spot here. Finds one. Maybe a second, the flash comes through, and it's just going to be too much for him. And Xander falls just short on that swing with Boostio. Great movement by G2. They get another round where they silently move into a site, but they have to push forward, not knowing what else is on the other side. Cryo, we get some more quick scopes / no scopes out of this game. And now he sees what he has to do, giving Asuna the idea of how to do it as well. And that's one. Trent in the clutch situation. Armageddon's there, so he can just spark it off, cause the run. The peak comes through. Oh my God, Cryo hits the...
He already comes out now for Cryo to meet up with the rest of the team towards the A-site. Definitely not heard here.
He saw the tip of the gun.
Dunzo.
Oh, the muzzle of Valen's weapon just peeking out beside the wall. And EU tries to take that fight. He's been playing so far back in spawn. I mean, Xander was in his astral form, so he didn't really have to rotate too much. They do see the hit coming into A, though. Fade along with the salvos. That's going to be Trent taking a shot to the shoulder. And Xander is always there on the crossfire. But G2's ready to find their targets. They source out a few in the site, make it 2v2, and Leaf makes it a 1v2 for Boostio here on the rotation. And Leaf again is pushed forward, and they stop the... They're actually going into spawn. G2 are now encroaching fully into the spawn side of 100 Thieves to end this round. Leaf with the first one, and now the dominoes start to fall here as G2 clean it up. They swarm 100 Thieves, and we have a six side though. The relay bolt hits him. Really nice utility use to escape on this one, and Cryo just misses the shot low onto the side of Trent, and Leaf activates. The op is down in A site. It's now G2's. Nightfall comes back so early. Wait, I guess they're seeing if everybody is there for the tags. The plant goes down, but that's not really going to be used for the retake here. They're going to have to go off what they can. Xander using a few more of those marks still, however, as they last a little longer. and that's going to be the push through. Trent actually makes a very aggressive decision without any help through that smoke.
The lurk.
Oh, right to the cheeks of Boostio. He goes down. This is going to be the shots from Xander, though.
Player standing.
And EU looks like they could easily close down this round. They find Jonah P, who's pushed all the way to Flower.
Against Sentinels to lose that. 5-13 is an overall score. So now 100 Thieves trying to push out and stuff.
But I think they just saw his gun, so they know that G2 is already trying to make a slight attempt to get back into the site. A little bit of a smoke maze to get through as they caterpillar their way into sight, and 100 Thieves stay.
You got to use his prowler.
Oh. Full art. There's an art show coming out from G2 here on their second round.
That's Phantom picked up by Leaf.
Cryo. Cryo hits one, Cryo hits two, but they are trying to pressure in to get this Guardian down, and it's gonna be Valen taking out another one. A 2v1 out of this situation, but Boostio is there to shut it all towards C, to B, dismisses, now places towards A so the team can activate, so they're trying to throw a bunch of misdirection, and there's one that works. Austin has got the side of Leaf as they swipe their way through Art into sight here. Cryo with the spam, with the eyes, the haunt comes up huge on the entry into the site. And Valen is only able to answer back for now as the rotation comes in very fast. This hit from Xander on the left side lets them know everyone from G2 is rotated.
One enemy remaining.
Easy.
I mean, don't go one by one.
That's the thing. He can't get out of this, and he's going to have to play for his life and play for some damage. One. Almost the second one, but the swing and squat coming in.
They could fight back towards the spawn.
They feel like going a little bit closer is what's going to give them the info they want. Well, they know where Trent is, and he's usually alone, so we actually see them peeling off to go back to site to find out where the rest of the G2 members are. And it's a tell. Xander knows he's killed the flank, and 100 Thieves can now lock down on the priority target. Jonah P, 2 shots left in the Sheriff, and he just needs 1. Xander's got the Vandal ready.
Please.
And caught up, that's the shot he needed. Nicely done. 100 Thieves we talked about before. The first 3 rounds of a half, the first 4 rounds, for some reason, the 5th is when G2 come back. But Cryo says no, not this time. They want to take this 5th round for their own as well. A few smokes forward, we can see the stars are laid down by Xander so they can progress through the sites. The wall goes up, and 100 Thieves do not look like they want to stop the pace of this round.
And Trent gives up the space.
Spam comes through, insta headshot from Trent. They delayed the spike. They have to figure out what the back of the site looks like before they continue and try this again. They're already leaving.
Oh, and it's a Cosmic Divide on the defense, yet a drone spots Boostio.
That could be huge.
It doesn't matter anymore, he gets the pick. But with the Cosmic Divide, everybody's rotated already back from 100 Thieves, and it was never heard by G2. This is now an open plant, and now you have inserted players on late lurks. EU might be the backstab that will kill G2.
They're checking the site. They know they have a bit of time. Oh, there it is. EU gets Leaf, and now they have to worry about where that lurker is going to be. 11th round for 100 Thieves on the horizon here, but you have Trent and Valen, 2 huge clutch potentials on the side of G2. The spams come through. They're just trying to create chaos on 100 Thieves when they need structure. They have this round without spamming into the smoke. Why do it? A huge hit. That is it. The haunt catch
the right spot in the beast like to start.
G2 looking to defend this. They want to get back in immediately. Use these small buys to get into the site. They played this yesterday, trying to get the comeback, trying to get the round, that gap closed, and they are going to be able to play initially. Jonah P backs up here. He's one from alt. Steel Gardens up. G2 has a lot of ways to play this one where they can wait till the last moment, but Jogamo is going to say right off the bat, we want to make a mark on round 19. Spike's down here, so you know they're just looking for the fights on the side of 100 Thieves. There's one. Stun for Valen means nothing, but EU does get that trade. Leaf's already there on the back to help his teammate.
They're probably going to start baiting this wall out towards the B side. Just to thin out the defense on the side of G2.
Just waiting for him to take down Cryo. Ooh, those Josh RT timeouts are pretty pivotal. Resetting the team.
But the drone already spotted towards middle. They know the split's coming towards the A site.
TP out, Jogamo till the last second. Obviously, he's gonna catch someone off guard there, and that's exactly the type of plays that G2 needs right now. Look at all of these marks, finding the members of 100 Thieves, trying to get into the site from Jonah P's Nightfall.
He's using a big spot now.
He can't look away. He cannot double take this. He has to go. Oh, it's just in time! Never have I seen timing like that. EU goes down. Everything's working well. They have to pressure him. They jump into his face. Again, 103 is trying to create chaos when they could use a little bit of structure in those situations. And G2 get another round. We don't need to be jumping around corners like that when you know what's happening. Like off the line, so he cannot have such an easy shot. And they're starting 100 Thieves to encroach towards this site. Leaf doesn't even miss a shot on the jumping Boostio, and that almost hits through the wall. Waiting. Everybody trying to get the right play in here. Oh, just turning the corner. Cryo gets that shot. A little bit of revenge from earlier, but Leaf is still doing work. A 3K to his name and a possible ace on the board here. Very healthy up top. Actually hasn't taken any damage as they find one more. Cryo underneath with a 3 of his own. A double ace on the boards as Trent steals that away for one side. And Trent's gonna get the last two. A little bit of a full house. Leaf over Trent's.
Behind Cryo's ult.
They're going right in. He's going to be able to plant on those vines, no problem, but he can't leave the vines. The Armageddon's coming through. I don't think he's going to make it. Oh, he does just on the side. A little bit of damage is done, but G2 is able to come in huge. Trent gets another salvo kill on the week, we should say, as Asuna answers back. They can breathe a moment, reset, and calm what's next.
There's no util for G2 to find information through these smokes, though. They have to be now timing for the retake.
Nobody can be in those hot spam spots. Get yourself behind a wall and try to hide. Valen quickly swinging out of the smokes, able to get one. The battle star for a smoke and a defuse to come up on both sides. As he now puts up the A main one. Early spam from Boostio is retaliated by Jogamo, and it's not going to be enough. This is a tie game now for G2 versus 100 Thieves. Falling into the hands of G2 at this point.
The thing is you might Nightfall back into sight. When it did that last time, it smothered a lot of sounds here to allow potentially Asuna to get the overdrive value into the site.
Asuna dash through. A big C's prevented the as he gets himself around, but they're not going to leave it with a bit of a high load that they have on the other side. A C's comes through as well. Too close as Jogamo. His shoulder peeks through, but Leaf's able to capitalize on 2 kills. Cryo has to do so much work here. He's going to delay, gives himself a gate crash to get a bit of a fake out here. A shot. Does he know the HP? He doesn't even care. It's a headshot. Cryo
trying to push this into overtime.
He doesn't see anything in sight just yet. Molly goes up top. It's going to be a dimensional drift that nobody sees that for the moment. Oh, Trent! Jonah P are going to activate on both Boostio and Asuna. Not looking good for 100 Thieves. Jogamo is ready to activate from the back of the site as Valen gets 2, and this is looking like an overtime Pearl matchup as Xander is left versus 5.
And they already knew that he was towards middle. The wall was activated there. Leaf is watching for that push, but the spike is out in the open. Cole gets the first pick that went to Trent before he gets chit.
There's too many.
They almost had a chance there.
30 seconds left.
At least already on the lurk.
And now they hide from him. They're like, you know what? Let's not. Okay, gets the spam through. That's the shot they needed. The OT went in favor of 100 Thieves last time, but this is completely different. Cryo misses and actually turns before he activates the gate crash. It's enough time for him to go down to the hands of G2, and now they have to reset themselves to have a good defense versus a full G2 squad. They're falling left and right. Boostio, so he can stay alive a little bit longer in that position because he's actually still got a good spot now. He's tethered. He's known. Jogamo's going to clean that one up, but Jog took a lot of damage. He's looking for his side, and he's got enough coverage to keep it going. G2 get up.
Everything's going to stop them. Asuna's
cool.
HP is slowly going down, trying to avoid everything, and Valen punishes him.
Runs through. Valen runs into the site. The controller on G2's side. Yo, Boostio's going to be able to grab 3, though. What is this from the IGL? Boostio continuing to run in with Xander. The whole team's moving as a pack, just like you said they need.
Time play.
Just the plays
You're
through.
running across a one-way. Crossfire is being set up. Not going to happen.
Chasing G2 on this round because they're moving just as fast towards B. Uh-oh. Oh, back-to-back, trying to actually get that spam through the screen. Yeah, that
Another
little
wall bang.
Yeah, not looking good.
Now for the execution for the side of G2.
Go, go.
Oh, it's so tough. Just everybody on the other side. Jog making the shot on Asuna as he had so many targets to dodge and prepare for, and that is going to be another flaw.
Into street to try to clear out that spot. He gets spotted by the Prowler too.
They slide in. Spike is actually on this play. Asuna had to pick it up on the way
Sound me
around.
open.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. The Spike is there, but they're able to actually trade this. Possibly pick it behind it. You see him kind of peeking out, looking for it right through the window. Boostio does not get haunted, but he does get spammed for a moment. Xander answers with one, a 3v3 as they start to enter the site. 100 Thieves trying to stay alive in this series, trying to stay alive from the elimination. The jump over is not enough, and it's going to be the kills for 100 Thieves. We go again.
Now for EU and for Asuna, or to play soft side and give it up.
Oh, he's trying to find a way to stand. Where to stand? Leaf takes down EU. You talked about how free that street side was. Trent turns on to Asuna to take him out, and the heavy-handed defense over at A does not pay off after the timeout for 100 Thieves as they're forced to rotate.
I see the TP from Jogimo as well. Get damage from his own teammate Salvo just to get that space.
Yeah.
Now to flood retake, you have to come up huge for 100 Thieves. You need a miracle now to win the round.
Xander with one. Is it going to be enough? No, they're not turning. They don't have the angles. And they can just see him in Jogimo's dimensional drift here. 2 left, though. It looks like it's going to be half. He knows where one is coming from, but now his back is to the firepower of Trent, too, in this situation. It's so tough. G2 are just going to toy with Cryo on this one. The time is gone for the defuse, and Jogimo hits the final shot. Anyways, 15-14, G2 pull away. It's just Asuna go kill. Nobody can help him right now. This is literally the strat. He's feeling it, and he asked for it. They're going to give it to him. Give him the space. He dashes in, but Valen's going to shut him down. The 1-for-1 now. Valen taking a bit of damage. They figured out where he is, and it's pretty much the same setup that 100 Thieves has, so they need to uproot him from this, and they do, Vans.
If he got 1 kill, it was good enough. But here comes a double flank from G2. That's probably not expected by 100 Thieves. Prowler to try to stall. Prowler to try to find information. Trent with salvos. Now spotted. Here comes the hit.
They're waiting for that TP coming in from Cryo. He's not going to take it, though. The fake TP to get rid of that gate crash.
Trent shot it. They want to keep it inside the site.
Shoot. 1-2. Oh, they're letting him get half. It's getting risky, though. It's getting very risky, though. That's going to be the shot. Trent hits it. They shut down the heist. G2 eliminate 100 Thieves, and they'll move on in playoff.